Doll, when you've had as many cease and desists as I have. Number one mascara of all time. Your acne does not define you. Unfortunately, I do love falling out brands.
Jillie,
Hi.
welcome to Friends with Benefit.
Thank you so much for having me.
I am so excited to have you on, and I have a question for you. To start off, let's just jump right in.
Let's do it.
There's something that I've always wanted to do with you. The Benny Courtroom is officially in session. No, that was so good. Jillie, you are actually famous for calling out brands. I thought we would jump in with my most controversial question. Why do you think that your audience has really connected with such an honest and transparent creator?
I think, honestly, if we really want to strip it right back, everyone is searching for connection. And especially in, the world that we're living in at the moment, people desperately want to feel that connection to not just their friends and family in the real world, but creators online. And I think for me, that's something I wanted so desperately as a consumer of content prior to being a creator of content. And so when I started making my own content, it was something that was super front of mind for me, is that I wanted my audience to feel a really deep connection to me and to feel like they were actually seeing a person and a real consumer and somebody that they would potentially even be friends with, not just an influencer or not just a creator online, but a real person with real opinions and values and beliefs, and somebody who's open to sharing all of that. I've been a consumer far longer than I was ever a creator. So I think keeping that at the forefront of the content makes it so much more authentic, but also relatable as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And so another question, why did you create the beauty courtroom or the makeup courtroom? Like, what was the inspiration behind this series?
Doll, when you've had as many cease and desists as I have.
Oh my God. Okay, I will be asking you that off camera.
We can talk off mic.
What actually happened there?
Everyone keeps saying I should be a lawyer, and maybe I should.
Maybe you should. You're the modern day Elle Woods.
Honestly,
I fear, for the beauty room.
People comment that on my beauty courtroom videos, and honestly, I'm into it.
She's into it. Well, I would love to know more about your cease and desist, but I fear that's a conversation for later. Okay, so you've obviously given me some insight into the inspiration, but why did you feel like it was important to start posting this series on TikTok?
I feel like what I was seeing as a consumer of content was a lot of, influencers and creators getting really caught up in receiving products from brands and being invited to events and doing paid marketing campaigns. And I feel like for that reason, so many people were afraid to speak out against certain brands or certain products or certain marketing strategies. And as, someone who has been a consumer far longer than I was ever a creator, I wanted to see that content. I felt like as a consumer, making those informed decisions, it's important. We're in a cost of living crisis. That's the sort of content that I wanted to see. And I felt like it was important to create the kind of content that I would have consumed, and also keep it authentic and ensure that, my audience is seeing this content irrespective of whether I'm doing paid partnerships or irrespective of whether I'm getting PR. It was really important to me to create that.
I just want to ask, like, how you actually got into creating TikTok. What's your background? Because you also have a full-time job. So I feel like people want to know a little bit more about who you are and like how you kind of came to have this platform.
Yeah, so I actually started not even making beauty content at all. It was more lifestyle content. It was that anti-vaping journey, and then I was doing 75 hard, but I've always been such a massive fan of the beauty industry, and I knew that that's the content that I really wanted to make. So it took a little bit of time, but I slowly transitioned my content across to beauty content. But honestly, it was born out of, if I can be super candid, me really struggling with not feeling a deep sense of like belonging and connection. And that's something that I've struggled with my whole life, regardless of whether I've had a partner, whether I've had amazing friends, which I do, by the way. I have incredible friends, but it's been a feeling that has been so present for me for a very long time. And I think as well, coming out of like a post-COVID world too, it's something I longed for so deeply. And I wanted to start making TikToks because I wanted to feel that belonging and I wanted to feel that connection. And it's crazy because I really feel like 2 years on, it truly is like the first time in my life where I have felt a really strong sense of belonging from the community that I've created. And it sounds weird, but also at the same time, you know, you have this massive group of people that are like going through life with you. And that is a very comforting feeling for me personally. But yeah, that's sort of how it started. But I do have a full-time job. I work a corporate 9 to 5, and I have this whole time, and I will continue working in corporate 9 to 5 while I do content creation. That's sort of my profession. And then this is my creative outlet.
Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I feel like you're so right. Post COVID, we were all just struggling with a loss of community
Yeah, for sure.
and a lot of loss of sense of self and belonging. And that was exactly how I kind of got into it as well. I was posting more like travel stuff and what, hoping to like get traveling again through
Yeah.
COVID. But I had the exact same feeling of like I was missing something in my life, and we were missing connection.
For sure.
That's what it really
sure.
comes down to. So I absolutely understand where you're coming from, and I think so many people turn to that app for the exact same reason.
Absolutely. I mean, I think all of us felt a little bit lost. And so it's kind of nice to find each other in that too, as like corny as that sounds. But that's how it feels for me. I feel like I've found this community, and like it's still growing and I'm still building it. But yeah, I'm really grateful for what has been built over the last 2 years.
Yeah. Okay, getting a little bit more serious now. Now, you have been super authentic online about your journey of having acne. I have also experienced my own kind of hormonal flare ups throughout my life as well. What do you think that you would say to yourself as someone who is on the other side of that journey now? What would you say to yourself 5 years ago to kind of help that person get through that journey? Because it is mentally so challenging
It really
being in that
is.
dark kind of spot.
It really is. There's honestly so much that I would say to myself. Firstly, a 10-step skincare routine is totally unnecessary and probably doing you more damage than good. But I think more than that, it would be to remind myself that your acne does not define you. It really doesn't. It doesn't mean that you are ugly. It doesn't mean that you are unclean. It doesn't mean that you are any less lovable or any less likable. I feel like if anything, I would just want to hug myself from back then. I was such a shell of a person when I was going through that. And I mean, I still get cystic acne. Like, it is still very much a part of my life these days, particularly on my back and my chest and my shoulders. And I still have moments as a 27-year-old where I'm like, oh, do I really want to wear that top out of the house? Or like, oh, I've got this event. I don't really feel comfortable wearing this dress. And then I stop myself and I say, you know what? It's so fine, because you don't look at a Dalmatian and call it ugly because it's got a few spots on its fur, do you? So why are you looking at your face and calling yourself ugly because you got a few spots on it? You're not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so beautifully said. And it's so true. Like, I remember that feeling of like, even though I'm washing my face, why do I still feel not clean or
You feel
something?
helpless
Like,
a little bit as well.
I
And
felt
there's
so
so
frustrated.
much contradictory information. I think even for me, like especially when I was going through it, I was a teenager and there was, you know, a lot less information online. I never went to a dermatologist. And in hindsight, I really wish that I had of, which is actually something that I will say, as much as there is incredible information online, I do think it's really important to take the advice of an expert, somebody whose job it is to really get down to the bottom and the root of the issue as well. For me, I ended up going on medication, which again, I regret. I actually don't feel that that was necessary for me personally. I feel like it was a band-aid as opposed to actually fixing the cause of the issue.
Yeah.
And the older I got and the more information that I sort of gathered on, you know, the causes of this and what it could be and how to treat it and what works for me topically versus what doesn't work for me topically, the foods that affect it, all of that crazy stuff, that's when I actually started seeing results for myself. But yeah.
From book talk to beauty talk, I feel like your videos cover it all. What are your favorite videos to actually create?
Okay, I love making book talk videos. I have to be honest. And you know what? This is actually a fairly new thing for me. I had not read a fiction book for years until January of this year. And now I have read, I think I'm up to my 45th book for the year. I just can't stop. It's like become a proper like addiction for me. Obsession. Just can't get enough. Kindle, get yourself a Kindle, dolls. So good. But I love making book talk content because I feel like I get the opportunity to connect with that community on there.
Yep.
But from a beauty perspective, I love doing reviews because it's that whole, you know, authentic sort of, you know, first review, first impression of a product. Yeah, I really love making that content because I feel like you get that opportunity to connect with other people as well, in the sense of like, how did you find the product?
Yeah.
What was your feedback? Put it in the comment section. And I love that community connection.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like your beauty reviews remind me so much of the OG YouTubers like Chloe
Stop.
Morello, like
No.
Shani
Yeah.
Grimmond, like the Empties videos. I've always loved consuming content like that. And
That actually means so much to me because I was crazy with old school beauty YouTube. Like, I'm talking, would watch it till 3 a.m. in the morning. I knew everything about everyone that I was watching. I was so obsessed with it. And so I think in part I probably have been influenced subconsciously by a lot of those creators. But in part, it has also been intentional because I loved consuming that content so much that I was like, I know other people are going to enjoy this and I don't see it anymore. So I'm going to bring it back.
Okay, let's do a little rapid fire. TikTok trends. Unfortunately, I do love fill in the blank.
Unfortunately, I do love calling out brands.
No, I love that. That was the first thing that came to your head.
Unfortunately, I do love food coloring, artificial sweetener, full cream milk, diet sodas,
Are you a matcha?
bacon.
Are you a matcha girly or not?
No. Are you a matcha girly?
No, I've not really been able to fully get into it.
I'm sorry, I'll die on this hill. It's grass water. It is grass water. I'm convinced that there is like a group chat with everyone in it and everyone's like, how can we punk everybody else?
Literally, it feels like a social experiment.
Oh, 100%. It is. It has to be. Like, it seriously has to be. You'll never convince me otherwise.
What beauty products are on your betrayal list?
You know what? I cannot get around. I've never been able to, and I dare say I never will. Bronzing drops. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And I don't know whether it's because I have a lot of acne pigmentation scarring. It makes me look like I have got mud and just rubbed it on my face. Like, it never ever looks good. I see it on other people and I'm like, this looks great. On me, not so much.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
In a similar vein, any of those, without saying any brands, any of those pre-foundation filter products. Sometimes we pull it out with the doe foot applicator and
yes. No.
Immediately no.
Not the vibe. Not in your makeup bag.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Interesting. I want to talk to you about your favorite Benefit products as well, because I know you love Bad Girl Bang.
I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill. This is my number one mascara of all time. Not just the black shade, the brown shade I wear very frequently as well. I cannot even tell you how many people I've recommended this mascara to in my life, on social media, my colleagues, my clients at work. I cannot stop.
It's everyone. Well, I can see it. Is it what you've got on your lashes today? Well, I can see why so many people are like, what's on your lashes? And you're like, well, I have to tell you, actually.
Yeah,
it's Bad Girl Bang.
No, I don't even like the mask. I'm just like, what's on your lashes? Not Bad Girl Bang? Okay, let's talk about it.
Let's fix that right now.
Yeah.
That needs to be fixed.
It is so good, but also 24-hour brow setter.
Yes,
absolutely obsessed.
That's a cult fave.
It really is. And honestly, that you're going, like, your brows are going nowhere, absolutely nowhere. And for people that have very like thick, coarse brows as well, I find it still locks them down.
Locks them down for 24 hours. Locked and loaded. Okay, last product question, because I know that you have been obsessed with our Professional foundation and you've been trialing it for ages. You did a little bit of content for it too.
I did.
What are your thoughts on this? How do you feel about this as a gal with oily skin?
Love it. As a girl with oily skin, honestly, one of my biggest issues with foundation is slipping, sliding, caking throughout the day, settling into my fine lines. I do not find that with this foundation. It's also a really great shade match. If you have oily skin and you have not tried this, I really highly recommend that you do.
Well, Jillie, thank you so much for coming on this episode of Friends with Benefit. Oh, it was such a good chat, and I'm so glad that we got you on the pink couch. Guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe so that we can keep making more Friends with Benefit episodes for you guys. But Jillie, I feel like there's one more thing that we need to do before we go.
Surely.
The Benny Court is officially adjourned.